Intercontinental champion. It's actually the champion that has all the belts, or he's the the champion of champions in the division. So that I believe is the breakdown of the lineal champion. But what Tyson Fury said he's a lineal champion. He was a lineal champion. Once he went through what he was going through, or took a step back, he's not actually lineal champion no more. He was the lineal champion. But I would say that he's the man to beat with the fight that he had with Deontay Wilder. A lot of people think that he won that fight, even though it was a close fight, and they think that he got robbed because he was over here in America and he's not from America. So he's the man to beat. He's not the lineal champion anymore. He's the former lineal champion.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, does that does he have to pay a sanctioning body?
No, no, not for that, not for the name lineal champion. No, that's just a name. I mean, they have no belts for being a lineal champion. It's just a person, I guess, with all the belts. You have to pay a sanction fee only for the belt organizations like WBA, WBC, IBF, even the IBO belts. Now, they sanction fees might be a little less because they're not as big as WBC, but I'm quite sure WBC you have to pay a sanction fee is much bigger than it is for the IBO and smaller belts. WBC, IBF, WBA are the bigger sanction fees where you have to pay more money. But the WBC, IBF, and the WBA will actually work with you. Like if you someone like Floyd Mayweather, where you bringing all the respect to their belts, because Mayweather don't need no belt. So what he probably tells them is, listen, bro, I'll fight for your belt, but I'm not about to pay no 4 and 5 million. I give you a set fee, and they might say, you know what, we'll take it because his name is going to draw respect to their belts. It's like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, he is the NBA. He don't, you know what I mean? Even though he retired, he's still the biggest name in basketball, and he don't even play basketball no more.
Yeah, but he makes shoes.
Absolutely.
He makes shoes and we
Absolutely.
he makes shoes and we
Absolutely.
But since you were talking about IBF, let's talk a little bit about this Valentinko situation. I actually talked to Lou yesterday, and he was saying that he didn't want to come on the show tonight because he's still tied up legal legalese with Triple G and some other things. But he said he'd come on next week and hopefully he'll be able to talk about those. But Professor, what's the latest on the Valentinko and the IBF and all of this stuff? What's going on? Fellow Valentinko, Triple G. What have you heard, Professor?
Well, my last update was that they're close to finalizing the fight for, if I'm not mistaken, October the 5th at Madison Square Garden, Triple G versus Dervin Taco. You know, it's unfortunate that we have to wait this long to get the fight. Dervin Tinko has been Triple G mandatory before, which is the reason why Triple G was stripped of that IBF belt last year, 2018, in June, because he failed to fight his mandatory. Instead, he chose to fight Monterosa, a guy coming up from 54, who was coming off the couch for 2 years and coming off a loss. So, hey, now we finally get to see it. I just hope that Father Time has not caught up with Triple G yet because, he would have a better chance at beating this gentleman, a year and a half ago before going through wars with Canelo. So, hey, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be an action-packed fight, both of their styles. They're both aggressive fighters. So hopefully they can get that thing wrapped up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can.
I would.
Go ahead, can I?
Yeah, I want to actually quote on that. I believe that once Triple G has a new trainer in Jonathan Banks, and hopefully he can gel with Jonathan Banks in enough time to prepare for a fight like that. I don't think that Triple G was actually paranoid or scared to fight Dermanchenko. I just think that once you become a celebrity, Triple G was a great fighter and is a good fighter to this day, but he needed someone like a Canelo to fight him to take him to the next level. So once he fought Canelo and they called it a draw, people think that he really wanted to fight. He became a superstar. So once you become a superstar, you don't want to fight guys with no names. Dermachenko need to fight Triple G, and even if he can make it a competitive fight, he would have a name because people would watch Triple G, and then they get a chance to see who he is if he make it a competitive fight, win, lose, or draw. So he just didn't want to go backwards. I think he has he has a lot of things riding with him going towards, with signing with the zone. He's feeling good about himself. It's new rejuvenation. He's rejuvenated. There we go. He's rejuvenated with signing with the zone. So with him signing with the zone, I think that it gave him extra life, extra years on his career. He's really got a new trainer. You know what I mean? He signed with the zone. I think he's feeling real good, and I think that he's going to shut Dermanchenko down.
Okay. Shut it down. When you speak of, I'm kind of with you, K9, because he definitely rooting for Jonathan Banks and having success. Not only with Triple G, but he's already training a champion in the female side of boxing. So, and he's got a couple good fighters. So, I'd like to see what he does with Triple G, and if we did see I thought an improvement in Triple G with Jonathan Banks, but hey, the competition was no competition.
Quick question, K9. What is your thought on Triple G avoiding slick fighters?
Okay, you said avoid what slick fighter?
Slick fighters, like the style. Because he came out and said he don't want to fight Andre, he don't want to fight Charlo, he don't want to give Danny Jacobs a rematch, So it's like anybody that opposed a certain type of threat to him, it seems like he don't want to entertain that conversation.
Hey, so what it sounds like to me is I'm not trying to play the race game, but he don't want to fight a black fighter, basically, because they all was black guys with rhythm.
You know what? I wouldn't say that because he said he'll move up to 68 and fight someone at 68 like what is it, Caleb Smith, which
Yeah,
is a UK champion,
yeah,
forward style.
yeah, but you,
But he ain't called out the main man in the division, which is Caleb Plant, which is a slick, confident boxer, rangy. He got top. He got skills. He ain't calling out him.
yeah, but you got remember this. When it's about money. So Charlo, Daniel Jacobs, and Boo Boo don't generate the same kind of money as Caleb Plant. So why won't you shoot for the fences? You gotta shoot for the stars. The other guys don't draw. They don't have a country behind them. Caleb Plant got some people behind him. You know what I mean? Like once again, I don't want to play the race card, but he's a white American who's a world champion. That sells itself. You feel me?
Okay, so who in the hell do Steve Rose have behind him?
Steve Rose, he don't have to have nobody
Yeah.
behind. He don't have to have no one behind him. He was an easy win.
So basically, he don't want challenges. He just want a nice paycheck and go home. Basically, that's what you're telling me.
I mean, hey, look, a lot of these fighters are learning from Mayweather. Mayweather don't want no hard work either and make the most money he can. So I think it's really smart business. I mean, if you had a chance to fight a hard fight for the same amount of money you could fight an easy fight, which one would you take?
I'm a different character, K9. You might not believe this, but I'm about being great. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. I'm a small guy. Always was underestimated. I played football. Only 132 pounds in high school, and trust me, I put the people on their back, believe it or not, on that football field because it don't matter about the size, it's the technique and that fight and that dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yep. But now listen. I understand exactly what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But think about this. Triple G, at one point in time, he was the most feared fighter in boxing. He has the record. He has a record with consecutive knockouts in a row.
Yeah, but who was he knocking out? You said people was scared of him. Who was scared? Who was ducking? Who was ducking Triple G? The only person that ducked Triple G that I can speak for was Sergio Martinez because he was coming off a bad knee surgery. He had knee injury.
Hey, so tell me this. Who was Mike Tyson knocking out? Did nobody care about who he's knocking out? What they cared about is he was knocking people out.
Yeah,
Excuse me, pressure from a weekend in Las Vegas. Hasim Rahman. How you doing tonight, Jim? I'm great. Feeling real good. Well, I was looking at all the pictures you were taking. I saw you had a picture there with our brother Raymond Houston, and I was just wondering, how did this week go for you guys? I saw you had a picture here with all of the champions. What was it like being around old friends?
Man, it was unbelievable. It was humbling. Man, just being around such good players. One man, one marker. They don't have one man when you right. I mean, it was overwhelming. Yeah. The fans, the people that invited back on things as though they had appreciated our careers. It was just, a heartfelt moment.
Now, like I said, I saw you and Raymond. I saw you with some of the other guys. So with all of you champions around, I mean, how were you accepted, by the fans? I mean, I'm sure you had a lot of galas and things like that. But those are most of your peers. You've always been one of the fan friendliest in all of your fights. What was that adoration like? Getting it from the fans and the upper echelon of boxing.
It was. I mean, my peers, all the champions, everybody just get along like high school teammates. It was like a family reunion of sorts. So my peers, we all vibe really, really well. I think it was mostly family and friends there. So it wasn't my family. It was Winky's family or Bernard's family. So it was everybody's family there. And it was just a great time, a great moment. So it went over real well. The fan appreciation was tremendous. It was just a hell of an event.
Now, did you meet any guys that you possibly fought in the amateurs or even during your career?
not this one. I had a past, but not necessarily this one.
Okay. Can I hear you back there. You want to partner with the champ a little bit? Champ to champ?
Hey, yeah, what's up, champ?
It's good.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. You had a great career, man. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, man, yeah, you shocked the world when you fought Lennox Lewis. I was,
Yeah, I appreciate you.
yeah, I was actually down. I was actually down at Crunk. I'm actually the last guy to actually train out of Crunks that became a world champion. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know.
You came by the death.
Oh yeah. I was managed by the best. I can't really say I was really trained by him. He gave me pad work a couple of times, but I was down there. I witnessed a whole lot of stuff. I witnessed Lennox Lewis being down there, Prince Nassim, Layla Ali, Tommy Hearns. I was down there. I actually stayed right down the street from Crunks. So for me to become a world champion at the original Crunks, where everybody else and all the people from around the world came down there, it was pretty good.
A little known fact, I took my son down there to work with him in the store. Before he ever had an amateur fight, I took him down there to get 2 lists from the manual.
Absolutely.
Stayed in the manual house, with the camp, with the clip door. It was a real good experience. Andy Lee actually taught my son how to fight southpaw. It's a little known fact. Nobody knows it.
Oh yeah, and Andy Lee, my home.
You was there, you should have saw him there.
I did see when he was there because Andy Lee was my homeboy. We was pretty cool. Me and Andy Lee, we used to spar. Matter of fact, Andy Lee was the first person. I was the first person Andy Lee ever sparred when we came to Detroit.
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, real small world. Yeah, real small world. Yeah, I've been around for a minute. You know what I mean? I just was a young buck coming up. I only had 10 amateur fights, but when Matthew Stewart wanted to see what a guy, yeah, I only had 10 amateur fights. Yeah, and won 2 world titles. Yep. Yep.
I only had 10 amateur fights.
Oh, you only had 10?
I only had 10.
Oh man, when you older than me, so I was trying to be like you, I guess. That's good.
I only had 10. They just pick me in there. Like, okay, get out here.
Right, yeah.
You don't want to trophy.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's that heart. It's that heart. The heart take you a long way. It's a new day.
Yeah.
It's a new day and era. See, we grew up with no YouTube and no Instagram to push us. We pushed ourselves.
Oh, no. That's what I tell these guys. I said, man, they Instagram us, man. They don't stress in that. You don't want to work out.
Nah.
You want to look good for the Instagram.
Absolutely. I don't need a video camera on me for me to go out there and know my life on the line and know I want to be great with a camera.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. I ain't gonna talk your head up, champ, but yeah, I don't witness all the things you done did. I'm a real boxing. I'm into boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? So I saw all y'all, everybody. I've been around.
Well, if you've been around, you know my coach did it. You know my guy on the 50 that boy gonna win it.
Who?
Michael Hunter.
Oh yeah. I know Michael Hunter. Yeah, I know you train Michael Hunter right now.
Yeah, ready to go again for some Thursday.
Yeah.
And we want whoever got tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I already see what's going on. I see what's going on. I know you training him, and I know he got somebody that's good that's training him and everything. I gotta go look in detail at some of his fights and see the progress of where he coming at. You know if he ready or not, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, check it out, man.
I know he was real close to getting the Anthony Joshua fight. I know when he saw Andy Ruiz beat him, he was like, "Oh my goodness, that was me."
You already know how that feels.
Yeah, absolutely. But they didn't want that work. They wanted somebody thought that was gonna be easy because Andy Ruiz looked like he was out of shape, but he surprised me.
Right. But we ready for whoever. It ain't no tune up, nothing. We ready for any heavyweight that think they can fight.
Hey,
Mike got the experience. He can support everybody. He's ready for whoever.
hey, what be a real good fight, and it puts y'all right there. That guy Demetrius Salidas got. His last name is Franklin.
Jonathan Franklin.
Yeah, yeah,
I think he ain't ready for fight.
yeah, but I'm saying like that. He got a lot of. He done fought on Showtime 2 times in a row, and you know what I
He
mean.
looked like trash both times.
Right. But I'm just saying though, getting that exposure he got, that'll be a good fight for y'all. Y'all win that fight, boy. It'll put you right in line for a world championship.
Well, you know that. You gotta know. You want it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Right, yeah. I was looking at the business part.
We'll back him.
Right. Oh, you contact Demetrius Salidas.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm almost sure. I'm almost about to certain they ain't gonna get that.
Right.
He needs no work. He ain't ready for my.
Well,
I don't think that Demetrius is going to put him out there in the line of fire like that.
Right.
But, I've seen, someone giving, much respect to the sport and the way that you carried yourself doing the sport. What do you think about all of these drug tests, failings, and guys losing the title on the scales? You mentioned Instagram and things like that. They want to look good for their accounts. Do you think this is having a negative effect on the world of boxing?
Yeah, boxing it took so many black eyes. We just banned it. But let me speak on this steroid abuse. I think anybody that get caught using performing enhancement should be banned for life. They give these guys smack on the wrist. You suspended 6 months. They wasn't fighting for 6 months anyway, so they really wasn't suspended. So as long as boxing keeps slapping these guys on the wrist, they're gonna keep taking chances. So when you talk about people's lives, our lives on the line, but you don't use steroids. So imagine you using performance enhancing drugs. That's just such an unfair advantage, and people applaud it. So long as they get knocked out or exciting fight, they don't care who's at risk or what people did to do it. So I personally believe they should be banned for life. And all these champions who've been caught, putting them in the Hall of Fame and giving them credit, I don't think they can get any credit. I think all of them should be taken from them. So I'm totally against it, and I feel like it's a shame for whoever had to fight with these guys.
That's a good point. Especially when you talk to guys that have failed multiple drug tests, but yet still get shots at the championship. And regardless of their level of talent, I'm kind of with you. If you get caught, maybe the first time you get suspended for a year.
That's what we different. I don't believe once you get caught the first time, it shouldn't be a second chance. You shouldn't get a second chance. Playing with people's lives. That's somebody's child. That's somebody's baby. That's somebody's husband. That's somebody's father. You go in and kill them with all this added performance enhancement power you had. That's just so unfair. The playing field was not even. And that's somebody's life. You get brain damage, you never talk to the child again, you kill them. It's just so unfair. Why should you get a second chance? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, now you found world champion. What's up? What you think?
To be honest with you, when I take my drug test, and I have to piss in a little pot or piss in a little cup and all that, I don't trust where my sample is going. I be thinking that they're gonna rig me because boxing is so dirty. They can mess with your samples, man. So it's like I don't even trust boxing, man. I really don't trust boxing. I know for sure I never cheated ever in my life. But I wouldn't be surprised if they would have said, "Man, K9, you done came up dirty," because I don't trust that they would actually they would actually be fair with me. So when it comes to a person, showing up dirty, I think that majority of people that's getting caught is dirty are really dirty. But I think that every blue moon, or maybe 10%, 5%, 2%, it's a chance that somebody's stuff can be tampered with.
Now, I got to go with Hasim in this one. I don't think that things. I think things. If you're dirty, you're dirty. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna tamper with certain guys and not. I mean, it's possible, but
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on what's your thoughts on that, Jeff, Mr. Robert?
I mean, well, they're doing A samples, B samples, they're doing blood tests, they got it down to a science now. To prevent somebody tampering with your test, they got it sealed up, in front of you. They don't even open your B sample unless you're present and you share the A sample. So, I mean, the questions in place where you can eliminate somebody tampering with your samples. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Hey, check.
bottom line is this.
Hey, yeah,
Bottom line is this. If they got folks in place to prevent that, all you got to do is stay clean, and it will be proven. And you'll be proven in your work ethic, and in your blood sample, and in your urine sample, because it's a backup. Here's stuff like this. So fighters saying, well, no, they must have tampered with it. No. Okay, you just did that. Okay, here we go. Here's that seal. It won't be open unless you press it. You shine it. It's right there sealed.
yeah.
Watch it
Hey,
seal,
hey,
and
yeah.
there you go.
Now, champ, this is what I'm talking about right here, champ. You watch them seal it and all that, right? But once it leaves your presence, you don't know if a person can unlock it and do whatever they want to do. With enough money being involved, or they can get it unlocked. If they wanted you to lose, or they wanted to seem like you did something wrong, they can unlock that boy and just say, "Oh, it's dirty," or they ain't even got to unlock it. They can just pay the person who's the doctor over and say, "Oh man, he's tested dirty." If they really want you to win, but you know how dirty boxing is, they can do that, especially if you the A side.
Well, I mean, I believe anything can be done, but I know what I find. I know what I feel. So
Yeah,
if my signature ain't on it when they open it, it's a problem.
yeah,
Okay, this is my signature.
yeah, yeah,
Somebody else signed it.
yeah,
So now we got an issue.
yeah. But what I'm saying is this right here, because I don't had the piston there where it sealed it up before. What I'm saying is, once it leaves your hand, you're not gonna see it again. Once you sign it and they seal it in front of you and all that, you're not gonna see it never again. All they gonna do is tell
Yeah,
you,
you will see it. You will see it again if sample A comes up positive, and they'll open sample B in front of you because you discreted it. So you got a right to be present. You can sit there and watch or send a representative to make sure it's your signature and it's your sample. And it's right there. And I mean, your blood is your blood. When they
yeah,
got advanced testing, they go
yeah.
blood testing. They can't switch your blood.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying though is, after I send it to the labs and the labs send it to wherever this and that, I don't see it again. You can see it right then and there. I never failed a drug test for them to say, okay, here's your stuff, man. You signed it, this you. I never went to that extent or been through that.
Look, and you know what you can do with that? If somebody pulls something like that with your blood, you can just go get an independent test and publicize it. Video
Absolutely.
the whole thing, let them go and send it to a reputable place, and then you get the results back when it's positive. You say, look, it's impossible for this stuff to be on my system in this short amount of time. And you expose the whole game,
There
or
you
the
go.
whole provider, or whoever took your test. Now you expose them for being a fraud.
There you go. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. There you go. That's some good stuff right there.
Champ, just, you get a chance to get to watch the heavyweight action these past couple weeks. I know you were busy this weekend, but I was kind of wanted to ask you some things about the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder situation.
What situation? What situation you speaking of?
Well,
They go find somebody else.
now that Anthony Joshua has lost, and he has to make his rematch with Luis, we're looking for a different timetable for Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. How much did the loss of Anthony Joshua's loss, how much did it lower his stock in the heavyweight division?
Well, boxing. You know how boxing is. You only good as your last fight. So, right now he at rock bottom. But if he come back and knock out Andy Ruiz, he'd be at sky high. He's still filling up stadiums. He's from England. That's the size of what, like 200 big combined. So they support their boxing a lot more. Every champion. I can go to America and just poll people. They wouldn't even know who the every champion is. So, they get behind. So Anthony's going to make money. He's going to be popular. So all he needs to do is avenge his loss, and he'll be right back there. And then Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight will be as appealing as ever. In fact, it might be more appealing because people know that Anthony is suspect now. Well, he can be hit, and if Deontay hit anybody, he can knock him out.
Facts.
Do you think who do you think is the best heavyweight right now between Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder? Who else? We got somebody else out there with a belt. So many belts. The top. Well, you have to go and put Anthony Ruiz in there because he's the champ right now. But out of those four, who do you think is the best heavyweight?
Well, I'm a little biased. I think Mike Hunter beats them all.
That's right.
Now, if you take Mike Hunter off the list, then I would put right now. I will put until I see how Tyson Fury responds from that knockdown that he miraculously got up from. I think Deontay might have took a lot out of him with that shot. So it's still like a toss. Tyson Fury is the best boxer. Deontay's the hardest puncher. Tyson Fury won, in my opinion, won this fight. So I'm gonna have to put him number one right now with Deontay close second. And I believe, and he said that I believe Deontay gonna knock him out in the rematch. So then it'll be undisputed, no doubt about it. Deontay is the best heavyweight in the world. But right now, based on the last fight, I'm gonna have to lay for Tyson Fury.
What did you think about the Anthony Joshua Andy Ruiz fight? Everybody thought Andy Joshua would come out there, make easy, well, it's not easy work, at least taking the distance. What did you think about? It's not always the He-Man type body that wins. You had the Jones Cooking Man, beat down the body. What was your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that fight was, and I don't like to play Monday morning quarterback, so I won't. But I gave Andy Ruiz a real good shot at winning. And the reason why I did it is not by looks, not by how he looked. It's because I actually sparred Andy Ruiz before. So I actually knew what he had. I knew he got a heck of a chin, and he's strong, and he's durable. So I knew going in that Joshua was trying to railroad you, where it's not going to happen. So I was actually surprised when Anthony Joshua dropped it. I said, he's not dropping Andy Ruiz, and he's not going to knock him out. So it really didn't surprise me because I knew Anthony was coming in, and I thought it was way too much pressure on him, looked extraordinary a week prior. So now I thought Deontay and the crazy way put more pressure on Joshua to look good, and I think that was his downfall. I think Deontay helped Andy Ruiz not Anthony Joshua out because the burden was on him to look spectacular because Deontay did. Now he went out there trying to look spectacular and got creamed.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh man.
hey, champ. I would if I was Eddie Hearn them. I kind of think it was Eddie Hearn them fought. They probably should have canceled the fight. Period. Once Big Baby Miller, failed the drug test, they should have canceled the fight, man, and he would still be undefeated. That was distraction right there.
I don't know about that. Anthony Joshua. It was a mentality. Even if he fought Big Baby, and he wouldn't have testified. I just think he had that added pressure with Deontay icing Brazilian in such dramatic fashion, and it's a debate on who's the best heavyweight. That Anthony's going to try to come out and out top him. He's going to try to out. Even if he fought Big Baby wasn't just going to go away. He wasn't going to just run over him. So, and both Andy and Big Baby got better chins than Anthony Joshua. So, okay, you can give it to like the best of them, but can you take it?
Yeah,
if somebody can take yours and they start firing back.
Yeah, but
because Andy Ruiz took his best shot and said, okay, hold this, and look what happened.
Yeah, but you know what? When I'm focused and it's a beef between me and you, and all of a sudden, you fail a drug test, all the air goes out. Now they put a guy in there who I ain't even focused on fighting. 3 weeks before the fight, I don't just like, oh man, what's gonna happen now? I don't know who I'm gonna fight. I lose. I'm in America for the first time. The focus to me wasn't there. If he'd have fought Big Baby Miller, even though I think Big Baby Miller would have gave him a harder fight, I think it would have been a more competitive fight. I think when he saw Andy Ruiz, he thought he was just bringing him in as an opponent. They was in his ear like, man, you're going to beat this guy. They tried to pick the weakest link, and the focus wasn't there, and he got stopped.
But see, if you're a world champion, you can't use that excuse to focus wasn't there. You got a job to do, and you're a world champion. No matter where you fight, no matter who you fight, you have to be ready. You can't use that. Oh, I wasn't focused. You're a world champion. You get paid millions and millions of dollars. How can you say you're not focused? How can you not be focused on your craft? You're the world heavyweight champion. You cannot lose focus. That's an excuse. You can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been heavyweight champion of the world. Cannot lose focus. Period.
Yeah, but hey, look, when you the king of New England and you making a whole bunch of money, and they tell you good, we're gonna get you an easy fight. It's I'm telling you, all it takes is that little focus. Even with the little focus, he still knocked down Ruiz. But he's spoiled, man. You gotta remember, he's the king over there. He doesn't knock nobody out like Deontay Wilder, but he has way more followers on Instagram, Twitter, and all that because he's a king. So he's coming to America like Eddie Hearn, like Eddie Murphy, and I believe he just lost focus. It can happen. It can happen to the best of them.
I'm not disagreeing with you that he lost focus. What I'm saying is, as the champion of the world, you don't lose focus.
That's true. You're right.
If he lost it, that's on him. That's his problem.
Absolutely.
But you don't lose focus.
That's true.
You're the man. You don't lose focus.
That's true. Hey, you know what?
You know what I'm saying? If you got a belt to protect, you got that. You know that man trying to take food out your mouth. You don't lose focus. If he was on the subway in New York and somebody wanted to take his shoes off of, he ain't gonna let him take his shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. But
he let him come in and take his belt.
But guess what, though? That's why I believe that the American trainers are better. If you would have been in his corner, being a former world champion, he would have lost focus. You would have been telling him, like, bro, listen, bro, this is some real stuff, bro. You got to get focused, man. What is you doing? So he'll still be world champ right now.
And I've been through it all, so I know going in fight week, everything, all the distractions. I'm here for all of it.
There you
So
go.
so I make sure we good. We
Exactly.
good. When
Yeah,
we go, we good. My man, be ready.
absolutely.
We ready. We got the distraction. We ain't going for none of it.
A-
Ain't nothing new gonna come. I
Hey,
done seen it all.
that's why the foreigner
Uh,
fighters they go over and they went and got Emmanuel Stewart. You know, Lennox Lewis wasn't the fighter he was until he got with Emmanuel Stewart. Klitschko wasn't the fighter he was
That's
until he
right.
got
That's 100%.
with Emmanuel Stewart. Guess what?
That's 100% true.
If you go over there and you go and you work Anthony Joshua's next fight, I give him all the chance to beat Andy Reese because you know what it takes. And in America, we fight totally different than European fighters.
That's well, you know what you know.
Absolutely.
uh, uh, Mr. Rosin, you mentioned Michael. When is it? Have you heard anything about his next fight? And
Michael Hunter.
I know, yes, sir. You were talking about him.
Michael September 13th in New York.
And who's going to be his opponent?
Kuzman, Sergey Kuzman, undefeated, Russian Olympian. He undefeated. He'll catch his first L on the 13th because we gonna get him out of there.
Oh yeah. Is it on TV?
And it ain't no stopping us.
Will it be televised?
It's gonna be on the zone.
Oh, that's good. I can't wait. September 13th.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, y'all in that area, come check them out. I'm telling you, you're not gonna be disappointed. It's one of the most exciting fighters. I mean, the rap used to be on Mike. He can't punch. He can't do this. He can't do that. Okay, come see him. Go look at this guy. This guy, Martin Ducoli, undefeated guy when he knocked out. Go look at his last fight. He's knocking these guys out. And it don't matter the size. It don't matter. Look like David Goliath when Mike get in there with these giants, and we chop them down.
Do you still get in there,
So
champ?
I figure.
Do you still get in there, champ, and still spar
I
with the
mean,
young guys? Did you spar with Mike Hunter? Have you ever sparred with him before?
If whoever wanted can get it. I mean, I work out every day, so I gotta be. I'm still able to bench over 400 pounds, so they can get it. I just lay low, But if whoever wanted can get it, I mean, I'm always ready.
I got you.
I hear you, Jim. I hear you.
I'm always ready. They can get it. I'm not. When I'm 75, I'm gonna be able to bench 315. I'm dead set on that. I'm never gonna be weak. So I stay in the
Yeah, see, I hear you, champ. I'm just a little bit younger, but hey, K9 keep threatening me, and I keep telling him I'm gonna show up there in Detroit.
we here. I
Go,
got
go,
you.
go, 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 be, go be hard. Gonna be hard to explain on YouTube with Social Security. Social Security knocks out the champ. That just don't look right. But anyway, you spoke about Mr. Hunter, and I know I've seen with some other fighters in your stable. You have some other up and coming fighters, or
yeah, I got my son who was 8-0 as a heavyweight. I got Mike Hunter's brother who is I think he's the hottest 140 pounder. Man, we take on everybody at 140. And I'm not just saying we'll take on everybody as just saying it. I'm saying we ready. Whoever brings the concept, we ready next fight. We not saying a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, we're going to eventually be. I'm saying we ready right now. I got a cruiserweight, Muslim Cajun, undefeated, 6-0, coming up the top. We going to take over. Man, my boys work. And I got my son. He's gonna be middleweight. I'm getting him down to middleweight. Sharif Rahman, man, this boy, we gonna make noise in this heavyweight division in the boxing. Period. We coming. And I'm gonna tell you what, when they know Hasim Rahman behind, these boys gonna be in dog shape. They be in dog shape. Cause I can still do it. So they got to match me. They got to beat me. They can't beat what I'm doing. They can't beat these champions. So I'm gonna have them ready for everybody. I put them through war every day, and not war, just the boxing, the physical condition, the teaching, the technique, everything. My crew is ready. We ready.
I believe you, champ. I believe
we've
you.
actually had your we've actually had your son on the show.
Which one? I got two of them.
Hasim Jr.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you'll see him. You'll see him. He getting the shit. He helping Mike Hunter get ready for his fight. He getting into there. These guys getting quality work, and they learning. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing to watch the progress. So I mean, all you got to do is keep watching, and I promise you're gonna hear a lot from everybody I'm training. One thing you gonna know, even if they ain't the most talented, they're gonna be the most conditioned. They're gonna be the most conditioned.
Yep, that's 80% of the fight.
Oh man, hey.
You said what?
I said that's 80% of the fight, being in condition.
Man, you better believe it.
That's
You better believe it. I don't. You give me. I take conditioning over talent any day.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, sir, it was good having you with us and talking. Hey, I'm talking to two champions, so I really feel pretty blessed here. So, why don't you give us your last words? Tell us anything about social media, and we appreciate your time tonight.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me. I just had a wonderful weekend being inducted to Nevada State Boxing Hall of Fame. It's a pleasure coming on here and sharing this time with you guys of the champ and on your show. So anytime you want me back, just reach out. I'm there.
Yeah, thanks, Kachan.
Yes, sir. We appreciate that.
And congrats again. Congrats on the duck, man. Ducky, yep.
My man, thanks, champ.
Man, no doubt, man.
All right. You have a great night, sir. We appreciate your time. Hey, K9.
Yes.
Two champions, like I said. I feel very blessed. I got a young man on here now who's actually undefeated. As I said, he's 15-0 with 7 knockouts. And his name is Mykquan Williams. How you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing? I'm good. How are you?
We're doing fine.
Yeah. How you doing, sir?
A lot of good things about you. I heard a lot of things about you from Mr. Bob Trigger. I see you fight up, do a lot of fighting in New England. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the sport, your amateur pedigree.
I first got into boxing. I went to a professional fight that my aunt had in Hartford at the convention center, downtown Hartford. And then I was about 7. And after I watched her fight, I told her that I wanted to go to the gym and train and box. So she brought me to my training coach, and I've been with him ever since. And I was 7 going on 8. So throughout those years before I turned professional, I racked up 58 amateur fights and several national titles as well. And now I'm professional.
Tell us a little bit about your story. Bob was telling me you had a very interesting background, starting out. So tell us a little bit about what actually, some of the life lessons that actually brought you to this sport.
Well, I did go through a lot when I was younger. My dad passing away when I was 8 days old to gun violence in my hometown, and I had a huge house fire when I was about 10 or 11, and I lost everything. But I've been very blessed to have positive people around me that's molded me into the person I am today, and I'm grateful for that.
Now, you're just 21 years old. Uh, how, as you said, you're 15 and 0 now. What right now is uh, your biggest, I know, your goal is to be a champion, but how do you think about, how do you feel about bigger exposure? Like I said, now you're kind of fighting in New England. I think you fought in Foxwoods. But what about some of the bigger venues in the area, Madison Square Garden, the Barclays Center? You know, have you got enough fights and enough experience? You feel to be in front of those big, bigger crowds? K9 was talking in our last segment about losing focus. Uh, when you're the underdog and the crowd is booing you after coming, from your town where you're everybody's hero. Uh, what how does that affect a fighter of your status when you're traveling somewhere you're not familiar with?
Well, I believe that I'm ready for the bigger venues around my area. Um, I don't really think the crowd. Well, I know the crowd won't get to me. My main focus would be to go over there and fight and win. Um, I'm not gonna be worried about the crowd or who's in the crowd or how many people is there. But I've experienced the crowd like booing me and things like that before in the amateurs. Um, I don't really pay mind to it. That's not why I'm there, to be honest. But it's happened to me before, so I have experienced it. I mean, it kind of sucks. It's not a good feeling, but I mean, it is what it is. As long as I get my job done.
K9, want to come in here and talk to the young man? I say 15 and 0, 7 knockout.
Yeah. Mr. Williams,
And I believe,
you believe what?
I believe he's only 5'6", too, K9.
Oh, well,
About
we
your height, right?
hey, so we brought almost eye to eye then. And that's a good thing. I don't feel that short anymore. Appreciate you, bro. And you might be my brother.
No doubt.
Oh man, what weight class? Hey, what weight class do you fight?
Super lightweight, 140.
Oh, 140. Oh, yeah, you actually a big guy. If you 5'6" fighting at 140, that's pretty good big because I'm 5'6", 5'7" fighting junior middleweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
so I first of all, I like to take my hat up to you. Making it to be 15-0 with 7 knockouts. Everybody, can't get past the 8 to 9 mark of being pro undefeated. So being 15-0, you're doing real good. Let's see if you can break my record. I was 21 and
Appreciate
0.
it.
I was 21 and 0 before I lost my first fight. So I'm wishing that you go ahead and be 40 and 0. Go ahead and beat Mayweather record and be 50 and 0. 51 and 0.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your style? You a rock'em sock'em or you a boxer or a boxer puncher?
I'll probably consider myself as a boxer puncher,
Okay, boxer
but
puncher.
I'm definitely like Just like generally speaking, I just try to be as smart as I can in there and get hit the least amount of times that I can. But I feel like I can do a lot of different things depending on the opponent and how the fight's going though.
So who would you compare your style to? Like who do you watch a lot, or who you try to imitate in boxing?
I don't think I really try to imitate anybody. I feel like I have my own style, but I do watch a lot of other people just because I like them as fighters.
Yeah,
Like I look at them as a fan, not really another fighter to a fighter. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Um, I like watching Canelo, Crawford, Mayweather, Broner, believe it or not. Um, what else I like watching?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Or the top four, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I don't know if imitate was the right word. I'll say emulate, like someone that you actually could take from and actually put in your cereal, eat it up, and then kind of emulate them a little bit.
Shit. I'll say Mayweather,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I'm not too big into the shoulder roll thing. But as far as him being smart and his IQ of boxing and how he moves around the ring and things like that, the little things he does that I pick up on, I mean, I'll say Mayweather.
Okay. Okay. So you say when's your next fight again?
I don't have a official fight date yet, but it should be soon, probably October, November.
So do you are you a gym junkie? Do you stay in shape?
I'm still in the gym training. I'm still doing strength and conditioning, still sparring, staying sharp.
Okay. And where are you from? Where are you from and where you train at?
I'm from Hartford, Connecticut, but I train in Manchester, Connecticut.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. How many amateur fights you had?
I only had 58.
Oh, only 58.
Yeah,
Well,
only
I
58.
I only had 10 fights. 58 is a lot compared to 10. That's not bad.
You only had 10 amateur fights?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Right. 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 So yeah. But you only say you only only 58 is a whole lot to me. But compared to Loma Chico and them,
Yeah,
it ain't. It's only 58.
yeah, that's a little bit. Yep, yep, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Did you win any nationals?
Yeah, Silver Glove, Tile Nationals, Ringstar World Championship, 3 times. Won
Okay.
a couple nationals.
Uh,
Placed in the JOs 1 year, got silver.
okay. Okay.
So I've been around a little bit.
Okay. Did you win any nationals when you were like 17 years old or older?
No, not like in the open class. I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Cause,
I
'cause-
did the Golden Gloves 2 years. The first year I made it to the nationals, but then I got beat out there. And then the second year I didn't go to the nationals. And not, after that, that's when I decided to go pro.
okay. Okay. So when you turned pro, was people knocking down your door, or did you just have to go sign with someone just to start actually getting out here?
Uh, we had a couple people interested, but we decided to go with who I am with the Bella Entertainment.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that was the best bet for us.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you signed with Ludabella. You in good hands. Ludabella is a great promoter. He got Andre Berto a lot of money, and I remember Andre Berto fighting on HBO. He was. I don't want to say a guy's a bum, but we call guys that just ain't on the same level bums. Man, figure of speech, he was fighting bums and making 750,000. I was like, man, Ludabella was looking out for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they've been treating me well.
He care for his fighters. That's what I like. Some promoters don't care. You lose a fight. You know what I mean? And man, they throw you to the wolves. They don't answer their phone. None of that. Ludabella's not that kind of guy. He's a real good dude. From what I've done business with him. Me and my wife, and he's a cool guy.
Yeah, for sure. Him and his team has definitely been treating me well. Though they got me on the right track.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, you good. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. Just stay ready. You know they say stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yep.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing you.
I actually, Kanan, I actually was in Detroit with my manager. I think last summer around August, and I met you at that fight that Shields versus I don't know who the girl was,
Oh wow.
but it was in Detroit,
Oh
and I
wow.
took a picture of you over there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man.
Yeah,
Ricky.
I was with my manager Jackie,
Yeah, Jackie who?
Jackie Calvin.
Oh, that's your manager?
Yeah,
She your manager right now?
yeah, she's been my manager. Yep.
Oh wow. Small hey, small world. Small world. Yeah, they had me
Yeah,
on she had me on her show, her and Tommy Hearn's show, maybe about a month ago. The little show they got on the weekend.
yeah, the little podcast.
Absolutely, yep, absolutely, yep, yep. Yeah, small world, man.
And
See,
I actually went to one of your fights too.
oh,
I
okay.
actually went to one of your fights when you fought. I think it was at Foxwoods. You fought the Charlo, Jamal.
Oh yeah, but why you had to bring that one up? It's all good though.
Nah, cause that's the only one I saw in person.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool, it's cool.
That's
Hey,
the only
look,
one I've been to in person.
right? Hey, look, long as he keep winning, you know, it'll make me not look that bad. Like you know what I mean? Long, you know, they say, man, you fought Charlo, long as he winning. So I really root for him to continue to do good because it ain't like I just lost to no bum. You know what I mean? I hope he become a superstar. You know?
No, no, of course not. Of course not. No, of course
Right.
not.
Yeah, right. Hey, you know, I would have loved to get. I would have loved to have gotten a rematch, but you know, being 46 years old and then him going up the middleweight, I ain't gonna chase him. I'm just gonna fight who in front of me. But you know, man, I always try to get revenge. I got revenge against Saku Powell when I lost to Saku Powell. It was a double knockdown, and
Yeah,
Luda Bella was actually promoting him. I got him back. So
nice.
I'm a sick.
That must have been a good feeling.
Absolutely. If Charlo was still fighting, I'm a sick little K9 on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. You a good dude though. Yeah, you a good dude. If you know Jackie, man, and we done came across each other, and you was humble enough to knowing you gonna become a world champion. Say, let me take a picture with the champ before I become champ. That's some good stuff, man. Stay humble and grounded, and keep God first, man. And you gonna go super far.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Definitely.
Yeah, real recognize real. Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
If you ever need some
So
work,
do you have any family? Do you have any family, Mykquan?
Do I have any family? Yeah.
Yes.
As far as siblings or what?
Well, siblings, wife and kids, anything like
Nah,
that.
I don't got. I don't have any kids or a wife. I have a girlfriend though, and I have two sisters and a brother.
hey, yeah, hey, man, you
Are,
try.
are, it-
Hey,
are
Jack.
any of them connected with sports? Are any of them connected with sports? Mykquan? Did I lose him? Let me.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, were any of them in sports? Are you an inspiration? What's your relationship? How good is your support system?
My support system is very good as far as family. Not only family, but friends and just people in the community. But as far as my siblings playing sports, my brother used to play basketball when he was younger, but I'm the youngest out of four, so I mean they're all older now. No one really plays sports besides me, or that's the sport besides me.
Right.
What were you saying, Champ?
No, I was gonna say like when you said that at 21 years old did he have a wife and any kids? I was gonna say, boy, he wouldn't be undefeated if he did. At 20, at That's a lot. Hey, that's a lot of distractions, boy. At 21, or hold on.
Yeah.
Now, it's a chance that he could just be a real mature young man at 21 years old. He had to start doing a lot of things at the age of 8. You know what I'm saying? So if he was 8 years old and his dad was preparing him to become a world champion, and at 21 years old he was mature and he grew up the right way and all that, then he could pull it off. But now in these days and era, at 21 years old, if he had a wife and kids, man, it'll be over with.
I feel like I'm mature, very mature, at 21, but at the same time, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for all that. That could wait
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it
yeah,
ever
yeah.
happens.
Absolutely. What I'm just saying is though is like, at 21 years old, boy, I couldn't handle that. I mean, I thought I could handle any and everything, but even in my 40s right now, having a wife and kids ain't no joke. It ain't easy.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
no matter what age. Yeah.
absolutely. They when they want something, thank God I got a good wife. But when them kids want something, you got to give it to them. That, my mama,
Yeah.
they want it. They want it. You know what I mean? That's hey. But
Yeah.
at the same time, but don't get me wrong. At the same time, that can actually push you. I mean, I became world champion when I started having these kids and I got married. So I mean, it's good all the way
Yeah, you can
around.
use it as some form of motivation.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you spoke of your big following up there in Massachusetts. Excuse me, Connecticut. Uh, so there's a lot of good amateurs up there, and Scotty spends a lot of time there. Iceman John Scott have you had a chance to work, your sparring. Who's some of the guys that you managed to have some work with?
As far as big names,
As far as names that you think we might know.
well, my stablemate, Matt Remillard from my area, I work with him a lot. Um, in California, a couple years ago, I worked with Ray Beltran, and recently, earlier this year, what's up?
No, I was saying you had a chance to come out here to Cali. I came out here and didn't leave, but anyway.
Ray Beltran and a couple other people.
Yeah, I know Ray well. Ray is one of the guys. I remember Ray when he couldn't speak any English at all. When I think his daughter was about 8, 9 months old or something like that. But yeah, we have a great relationship with Ray. As a matter of fact, I still have one of his T-shirts from his car wash. What do you think is your timetable for you to move up? You're already 15-0. I'm looking right now. I think you spoke of coming out here to Cali. I think you had a fight in Dallas. So what's your timetable for moving to quote unquote the big time?
Sorry to get off track, but there's one more big name that I sparred with earlier this year. I sparred with Dana Garcia. I was out in camp with him for a week and a half in Philly. But to answer your question, I feel like this year coming up, 2020 is gonna be my coming out party. I feel like 15-0 is, decent amount of wins to start stepping it up and fighting other contenders. So I feel like this year is gonna open a lot of eyes and a lot of doors for me.
Because I see you have a silver super light title. What is that? I see it. What is it? USNBC silver.
Yeah, it's
super light
WBC
title.
USNBC silver super lightweight title. I won that last May, and then a few months ago, this May and this year, I won the WBC USNBC title, the regular one. Last year was a silver, but Those are regional titles, and they played this past May this year. I think it placed me in the top 25 in the country for my weight class.
Okay. All right. So the top 25. Kenan, I'm sure you've been through that. What does that do once you break that top 25 in boxing?
So
What does
yeah.
that do for your career, Kenan?
Oh well, it gets you closer to a title shot. You know what I mean? Because once you get in the top 15, anyone can call you out and say, you know what, I want to fight him. So once he gets to number 15, he can fight for a world title. All someone has to do is say, we want Mr. Williams, and guess what? You be fighting for a world title.
For sure.
Yep, yeah. You just gotta stay ready. I'm sitting here looking at
Uh,
this. I'm sitting here looking at this picture of you right here now, and I see you got them long arms, man. You got long arms to be 5'6".
Yeah, my reach is 69 inches.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you got these braids. You know what I'm saying? Yep, absolutely.
I cut them too though. I cut them. I just cut
Okay,
them. I got a low cut now.
okay, okay. And so you got seven knockouts, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. Turn them shots. So you got any of your fights on YouTube?
I don't post them like me personally, but there's a couple on there. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So when you going for the
If
knock,
you can check them out.
if you when you going for the when you going for the knockout, do you actually try to really knock their head off? I mean, or you just set them up with good shots? I mean, how do you get your knockouts? Or were you fighting against? I hate to say it, bums. Or guys, let me rephrase that.
Uh,
Guys up and coming.
like on the level.
Guys that no, let's rephrase that. Guys up and coming that you should beat to help you get to the next level.
All right, well, then. So, my opponent, and I'll jump on him and try to finish him by taking shots, going to the body first, and bring
Yeah.
up and take the shot, letting him away and
Yeah.
100 punches.
Right. Okay.
That's how you punch yourself out. But yeah,
Cause you know when you up and coming and someone is trying to guard your career, they're most likely a lot of times they're not gonna put you in there with somebody that has a great chance to beat you. So you get those few fights where you're able to get your feet wet. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Cause you look like you actually know what you're doing in there. You know what I mean? So I don't take it the hard way when I say against bums. You need your few soft.
no, I know.
Okay, right. Because my wife was looking at me like, oh,
I mean,
yeah,
when
actually, the guy that he beat for his first title was undefeated. He was 12 and 12-0-1.
oh, okay,
And then the last fight he fought Ricky Edwards, who we've had on the show. Ricky's a little long in the tooth, but he's a good fighter. He's out of I believe he's out of where is Ricky out of?
New Jersey.
Yeah. Ricky's out of Jersey. As a matter of fact, he's out of Patterson. That's right. I was trying to think where he was from in Jersey, but yeah, he's out of Patterson. Then he doesn't have a lot of power, but he's a good fighter, and he usually has a pretty good chin. But this is about Mykquan. Mykquan, it's good to have you on the show. We're going to try to have Lou on the show next week, or as soon as he can, talk a little bit about some of the legal things that are going on. But yeah, you do have a very great guy that you're with, and Lou's been a friend of ours for years. So you are a very good tutelage. So why don't you give everybody your final word? tell everybody if you have any social media, and we look forward to having you back, man.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. Appreciate that. For social media, my Facebook is Mykquan Williams. Twitter is Marvelous Mike, MYKE. Instagram is a little complicated. It's m.mkw underscore is my initials. That's about it. And final words for everybody that tuned in and the fans, just to stay tuned and appreciate all the support from everyone. And just look forward to bigger and better things from me.
Absolutely.
All right, so you have a great night up there, and look forward to having you back on the show.
Appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my dog. One love.
Hey, K9, take care now.
You too, my guy. Cheers.
All right.
All right. My dog.
K9, I think I'm gonna have a big surprise for you here. You have a special guest next week, and I picked him out because he's actually turned to bare knuckle boxing.
E.J. Smith?
We kind of had yes, sir. He's going to be on the show next week. Him and hopefully Lou develop. But I know you and Ishay had your little differences. I've had my differences with him too. But what do you think about Ishay going to the bare knuckle route?
Oh, you know what? Hey, listen. If they paying you good, one thing you gotta remember is that Ishay Smith is a professional fighter. So going in there against a regular dude who do MMA or can kick good, hey, he got the upside against whoever he gonna go in there with. I'm quite sure he's not going in there with another professional fighter. So he's going in there most likely against a guy who think he can fight. Ishay is a former world champion. So with him being a former world champion and he's real good with his hands, I'm giving him the edge and a nod to beat whoever he gonna fight. And we fought each other, so he got a little pop too. He ain't just, he don't look like he can pop because he don't have a lot of knockouts, but he got a little pop in him. So, and I'm quite sure he's not a fool. He with the money team, so he bought that bread. So I'm looking forward to him getting that win, making that money, and and calling it a day whenever he decides to.
Let's talk about bare knuckle fighting in general, though.
Yeah.
It's one thing getting in the ring when your hands are wrapped and you got gloves on, and your opponent's got on gloves and whatnot. But K9 bare knuckle, I knew you grew up in the streets, so you were used to it, even before you started boxing. But doesn't that take, like a certain toughening of skin and thing? It's not like getting hit by gloves. People, we've seen fights where guys get cut by gloves. Bare knuckles, then you're gonna have your feet. Ain't nobody got their feet in your face, but hey, man, you're still fighting in gloves. Would your wife, slap you if you thought about taking the gloves off, doing some bare knuckle fighting?
Man, listen. I believe it's easier to go have a bare knuckle fight against the right opponent than to actually get in there with the boxing gloves on, because you gotta remember the muscle memory that someone like an Ishay Smith and a K9 Bunch has is out cold. It ain't no joke. We can get in there, like if somebody was to run up on me on the streets, automatically I would turn and roll my shoulder and throw the right punch, and mess around and be done did something I didn't even know I could do. So the advantages will go to Ishay Smith. You know what I mean? Especially if he's a guy that grew up fighting in the streets, because it's one thing to be a boxer, but it's another thing to actually come from the streets and being a street fighter, or used to be a street fighter. So I give him an advantage. It's like, for instance, me in the streets, man, it wouldn't even be fair for me to fight in the streets. So you take a guy from the streets and put him in a ring with me with just the bare knuckles, man, he gonna be in trouble. Cause this is what I did. I was undefeated in bare knuckle fighting.
You straight can't. You undefeated in bare knuckle fight, right?
Absolutely. I lost my first fight when I put the gloves on.
See, you always try to you always bring that stuff in the game there. See, you achieve hear that, but yeah, man,
No,
you know, hey,
right.
I do kind of agree with you, you know, but you know, hey, at Ishe's age, you know, to me, you know, there's a certain time when you got to put them up, and I don't mean, you know, just when you hang up the gloves, you got to kind of hang up them hands too,
Hey,
you know. But
no.
hey,
You got
I
it.
wish you.
You and listen, James. You got it right. He's putting them up. Trust me. If it was a hard fight, and Ishe Smith just said he retired. So if it was a hard fight, I don't think that he's a dumb person. He's coming back because it's a lot of money involved, and it's the right opponent. And it's easier with him taking the gloves off against a guy that he knows that he can win against most likely versus going in there with one of these young up and coming fighters. You know what I'm saying? He's going a different route, and I think he's going a smarter route. And I could just about guarantee he's gonna win his fight.
Well, we'll be talking to him next week for sure.
Absolutely.
And that should be. Yeah, so yeah, I thought we'd let the fans know and let you know. Yeah, you know, we can bring fighters in from anywhere. Don't ever be surprised at our guests. I mean, you know, you brought in there Andre Ward, Rigaroo, Regis Progress. I mean, you know, so there's no who might be on our program.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is just listen.
Shane Mosley, come on, we can go on forever. Shane Mosley, Tommy Hearns, I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, hey, Manuel Stewart. I mean, hey, like I said, you know, our archives are full of great fighters. So yeah, one day, you know, we might sit down and play some old Emmanuel Stewart interviews, maybe put them together in a little package for the listeners. But
yeah.
Anyway,
hold on before you finish speaking of Emmanuel Stewart. This Sunday he's going to get his street done, so we're gonna actually, you know, go and name his street this Sunday. So this Sunday I'll let you know. You know what I mean? Tuesday we'll talk about it. But they gave me a pass, so it'll be this Sunday, at 11 o'clock. I'm gonna reveal his street. You know what I'm saying? His street will be out here this Sunday. I'll keep you informed on how everything went and where it's at and all that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somewhere pretty close to Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Or Aretha Franklin. Or Tommy Hitman Hearns Street. Absolutely.
You know, but
anyway,
what I was gonna say,
yeah.
What I was gonna say is, you know what time it is, right? And I'm not talking about time to get out of here. So it's time for K9's Corner. What's up?
Oh man, what's happening, bro? Hey, at K9's Corner, man. I would say focus. I want to talk about focus, like I was saying with Anthony Joshua. I believe he lost that fight because he wasn't focused. I mean, all it takes is a little distraction, and you lose your focus just a little bit, and you can end up former world champion. And with just a little bit of focus, or with a whole lot of focus, Andy Ruiz became the heavyweight champion of the world, the first Mexican champion of the world. It's all about focus. The next person that becomes a gold medalist out of the city, any city, out of all the cities, all the American world gold medalists. If we have any gold medalists, it's about focus. Clarissa Shields, she became a two-time gold medalist. You know why? Because she was focused. So if you want to be the best at whatever you want to do, you have to focus. And when I say focus, you know, you got to live, sweat, blood and tears, sweat, focus Whatever you trying to do. Boxing, I lived it, I did it, I stayed focused. I lost my title when I lost what? Focus. If I would have stayed focused, I would still be champ, even at 46 years old. But all it takes is to lose focus and it's over with. So you gotta stay focused at whatever you're doing. You gotta keep the grind going. You gotta stay dedicated. And with dedication, it still comes back to the word focus. So have that tunnel vision, like Sugar Leonard told me, K9. You gotta have that tunnel vision, and that's what? That's focus. It's all about focus. Stay focused, man, and everybody that's listening in, and whatever you're trying to do and achieve and become in life, and you will succeed, and you will be the champ. The Dog Pound at K9 Boxing at the Pupilist Corner. And they can find me, James, at K9 Boxing on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, K9 Boxing. And any final words? And where can they find you?
Well, my final thoughts, as always, I, I'm glad the champ, Hasim, brought it up once again about the drugs testing. I kind of agree with him, one and done. And, when you look at the way different situations were handled, you have to think, that there's a valid point there. So you can find me on the Pugilist Corner, the Weekend Rap, and the Dog Pound on Facebook. And we look forward to talking with everyone next week. We appreciate our guest, Mr. The Champ, Hasim Rahman, the young prospect, Mr. Mykquan Williams. And, hey, like I said, stick around next week. We hope to have Lisa Bella. I know Steve Snow will be on very soon. We'll be talking more about what's going on with USA boxing and the possible Olympic trials and all that. So stay tuned, everyone, and don't forget to watch us to talk to us Sunday on the Weekend Wrap with John Scully and Lane Brewster. So have a great week, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Give him that bark, and I'm getting out of here.